Hello, darkness, my old friend. So, sorry for that. Again, hello, welcome to another segment of Throwback Thursday. So today we have Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. This came out in 2005. I was 6 years old, and I watched the show, and I loved every minute of it, and I still go back and watch it, and still get the same feeling of epicness that came from the series. Yeah, actually, I don't own this since 2005. I do own his staff from 2005. I got this much later, more in my adulthood than my childhood. I don't know if you can say 18 is an adult, because in plenty of countries 18 isn't an adult, but I'm soon going to be like 19, so I guess you can call me an adult. Like, I don't know, like next year will be my 20th birthday, so feeling old while being young. Now I feel like a hypocrite and like a dumb kid that I am. Yeah, so I brought here the staff so you could just take a look. Let's just bring it through here. Maybe I'll review this in one day. But just a look that you have. So back when I got that staff, also in the box there was I'm not sure how you call it, a booklet. Yeah, so there was a booklet with pictures of other toys that they had of Avatar, and that one of them was Aang and another was Zuko, and I wanted them both. Things didn't really happen for me because in my country they never saw light, not in Toys R Us, not in any other place. By the way, Toys R Us are still up and running here, and I hope they're going to stay a long time and not gonna go out like in America they did. So let's talk about this. For the company that made this, I guess is pretty advanced, since this is made by Mattel, and I have other Mattel toys from nowadays, from back then, from earlier than then, and most of them aren't as good as this one. I mean, he has almost the same amount of articulation you can expect from a Marvel Legend these days. Yeah, so let's take a closer look on it. So let's take a look at the articulation. His head rotates 360. Hands go out up this much. 360 around. This is made of rubber, so it wouldn't hinder any articulation. It does have ab crunch, a really good one as well. It goes this far back, this far forward. Sorry, I can't talk today. Also, sorry for my accents. I'm not American, I'm not British, I'm not native English speaker, so I do speak in the level of a native, but not in the I guess, accent of one. I mean, knowledge is easy, but implementing it to daily life is harder than that. So it does have a, I guess you can call it a bicep swivel, but it's not really in the bicep, it's slightly lower, but still. It does have an elbow joint. It goes about 90 degrees. His hands are kind of weird, I must admit. And you can look at this is how probably normally he would look, but the elbow should be like this normally, and the wrist should be like this. Instead, they made it differently. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because the staff that he has. I didn't receive it with the staff not open nor closed, but it does supposed to. He's supposed to come in the box with staff, both in a, not sure how you call it. Damn, I keep forgetting words today. Yeah. So both as an open staff, when he flies on it, and as a closed staff that it is a staff. So yeah. Let's continue. It does have a waist swivel, which thanks to his pants part, I mean, he's supposed to wear like this yellow thing should be more like a onesie that goes around his pants here, and that's how it looks like in the show. And the collar part is part of the yellow, and then there's like some sort of a poncho that is the orange here and the rubber piece here. At least that's how I see it in the show. Also, this parts, this joints here, they should be like yellow. They are the undersleeves, parts of the undersleeves, and Mattel didn't paint it. I'm not sure why, but they did do a really good job on it. So as you can see, this is a rubber part. Let me just get it out of the way so you can see the joint systems here. So it's a pretty regular joint here. I'm not sure how you call it, but just a swivel here, and it goes in and out, like so. It does have a double knee joint, which, I mean, is fantastic, especially for the time that it was made in. It wasn't really much seen, I guess, other than Toy Biz's Marvel Legends, the beginning of the Spider-Man classic line back in the day. You didn't really see much of those. His ankle also are rare things back at the time. Does articulate, goes up and down. I'm not sure why I never saw any of this line in my country. Well, I'm sorry, I just burped. And as a result of the burp, Aang fell because I'm an airbender, apparently. Yeah, let's go with airbender. And so, really quick video here, because not much to talk about, not much to reference, since I don't have any more of the line, or I don't know. Did my flash just turn off? I mean, I do have low battery, so I will have to cut it short. Yeah, so I have to go, so I will see you later, and have a nice Thursday. Actually, Thursday, it derives from Thor. Yeah, from the Norse god of lightning, the majestic Thor. To reference which, nowadays, mistakes in things that I do. So now, every Thursday, I will make a video, and that's an obligation I'm making for myself. And as that obligation, I'm dropping the hammer right here. Thor's hammer has been dropped to mark Throwback Thursday. Should have done it in the earlier video. I actually filmed the same day. Probably you can tell by the background. So yeah, see you later. And may the Avatar bring peace to our country. To our world. Where the Fire Nation keeps attacking the poor nomads, you know? Just massacred them all, leaving only one, even not knowing about the one that existed. And then keep just coming and killing the Water Tribes people. Man, those Fire Nation people. Yeah. So, see ya.